Hello and welcome to Between One Fern with David Cochran. This is my fancy new video setup. Well, it's not quite actually. I'm just using the kind of crappy built-in webcam here in my laptop. I got this really cool laptop about a year ago, HP Envy, and it's very fancy and it's very nice. It's the first time that I've had like a really fancy laptop, and it's cool and I love it. But it's got all these ridiculous add-ons. Like it's got these Bang & Olufsen speakers, which are totally unnecessary because I have cool Bluetooth speakers. But it's got all these just lovely little quality of life features like all over the laptop, except for the bloody webcam. They skimped on the webcam, something that you will actually need to be good. They skimped on the webcam, but anyway, I've tried to overcome its limitations with my homemade bonsai tree and a very bright light shining on my face, which might actually be a tanning lamp now that I think about it. So if I start going very brown towards the end of this, do not adjust your sets. Anyway, I wanted to record a quick video just to say sorry for the lack of emails over the last kind of month or so. I basically had this virus. Well, I don't know if it's the virus, but I had a virus which knocked me for six. I'll probably never know if it was actually the virus. It certainly was the worst I ever had, until the fever broke at least. Difficulty breathing, which seems to be a common feature. Like unable to sleep because my breathing was just so shallow. Really reduced energy, barely able to walk. A very wet cough, which then became a dry cough after the fever broke after a few days, thankfully, because those few days I really felt like I was dying. And then it was just like a regular flu, I guess, with a kind of just a dry cough really as the only kind of symptom, and severely reduced energy. And it stayed like that for 3 weeks, I guess. And then it's only today, I think it's 4 weeks now since I got sick, where this is the first day where I don't have any cough. The energy levels are starting to get back to normal. But yeah, that was a long spell of being unable to work. So yeah, I'm on day 28 of self-isolation because I started self-isolating when I got sick 4 weeks ago. Just in case it was coronavirus, I didn't want to give to anyone, obviously. And even in case it wasn't, obviously my immune system was in the toilet at that point, and I would have been pretty susceptible to anything. So it was just keeping safe on both sides. And my partner was also sick, so she was self-isolating too. So just when my period of self-isolation was due to end, the whole country went into lockdown. So that's fun. But yeah, I wanted to record a message about what's going on, and just to let you know that I'm okay. I got quite a lot of emails from people, and thank you for that. I haven't had a chance to respond to anyone. I have a huge backlog in my email right now, so sorry if you're waiting for anything from me. But yeah, because I see a lot of blog posts and things going around and advice from all these gurus and life coaches and stuff about all the different workouts people are going to do and how much weight they're going to lose and how many books they're going to write. And I just wanted to say, don't sweat it if all you feel like doing is lying on the couch and eating ice cream and watching 90 Day Fiancé. I've done a fair bit of that myself over the last few weeks, and that's fine. I think there's going to be a lot of mental health challenges we're all going to have to overcome over the next weeks and months, however long this goes on for. And I think writers, I think all people are susceptible to this. I think writers are particularly susceptible. Comparisonitis, where we look at someone else's sales rank or income levels or productivity, and we feel inadequate. And I think there's going to be a lot of that flaring up over the next few weeks as these perfectly contrived pictures on Instagram or elsewhere of someone totally nailing the corona opportunity. I believe I heard somebody refer to that. Now, I'm not knocking anyone that's going to use this time very productively and learn Swedish and the ukulele and how to code their own drones and whatever else. Like, more power to them. And if you come out of this with a couple of books written and you know, a new 10-part onboarder for your email sequence and you know, all that kind of stuff, great. You know, that's wonderful. But if you need to spend a lot of time on self-care or just chilling out or just, you know, doing whatever to distract yourself from, you know, the unfolding horror in the news, that's okay. Like, don't sweat it. I'm going to keep the emails going throughout this, you know, as long as I feel like sending them. I'm going to keep sending them. I'm going to give you lots of stuff to work on over the next couple of months. But if you don't feel like doing it, that's okay. Don't feel any pressure. Like, that pressure is always there as an indie author, like, because we are largely one-man operations or one-woman operations, and we're, you know, the buck stops with us. We're the only one really who can get our sales going and keep them going. That anytime that we're not working on our business, we have this weird form of guilt, like that we should be doing something. And sometimes you shouldn't. Sometimes you should just be taking a break. Sometimes you should be, you know, going for a walk or just chilling out, taking your mind off things. And that's going to be doubly true over the coming weeks. So don't feel like you're falling behind or everyone is overtaking you. You know, if your sales slide, so what? You know, if you're going to do one thing during this period is try and keep the words coming. But, you know, I've written barely anything for the last month, and I don't care. I was focusing on getting myself healthy again, and, you know, also stocking up the house and preparing for everything that might be coming. And that's all I cared about, and that's all I focused on. And, you know, if that describes you too right now, don't worry about it. But as I said, for everyone else, I'm gonna give you a bunch of things to work on. Like, there's so much stuff we can dive into with regard to metadata and everything else, that you'll have more than enough things to keep you occupied. So that's about it. I just wanted to check in with everyone, and just let you know that I'm fine, and thank you for all the messages of support and everything else. And I hope you're all doing well. I have friends and family in some of the worst affected places. I have some author friends who are, you know, right beside some of the worst outbreaks. I have family in some of the worst affected places in Europe. So I don't want to make light of anything that's going on. It's a pretty serious situation. But I also recognise that we're going to need some distractions over the coming months, and I'll try and provide as much of those as I can for you, and give you plenty of things to work on during this time. I'll be working on a bunch of things myself. I'm trying to float 3 pen names in 2020, which is already seeming too ambitious. But yeah, I've actually already relaunched some of my historicals, and I've started my onboarding process with them, and I'll talk about that stuff in a lot more detail in an upcoming email, I'm sure. And yeah, I'm going to get as much done as I can this year, but I'm not going to sweat it if I miss any deadlines, if stuff comes out late. You know, if 1 week I don't send an email because I'm sick and I've no energy, so what? Everyone's got to be a little bit selfish in terms of looking after themselves and looking after their family, and making sure that, you know, they're engaging in social distancing and staying home when they don't need to be outside, and doing all those things that we've all got to do together to get through this. And that's it. I just yeah, you know, I think we will get through this, and I have great faith in people doing the right thing, and I think most people are. Certainly over here, people have been great. Yeah, stay safe out there, everyone.